a little work to take those bikes in and out every day. I don't think they're here yet. Don't think they're here yet. Look at this green bitch here. The gunmetal gray? Yeah. These aren't new bikes. Are they? Shows what I know about Harley. So we came out to pick up the new Sport Glide for a buddy, and I figured while we're here, why don't we take out the FXDR? I know very little about this bike, so I'm not going to pretend like I do, but I like it. So we're going to take it out. This tailpiece would be the first thing to go, though. It's guts to go. No. I'll turn it on eventually. Otherwise, you're gonna have to listen to me talk.
Oh, you're doing the test ride?
Just gonna go to the left. Oh. It's got 400 kilometers on it already. It was aggressive. Oh, that grab point's like right there. That clutch is like right at the bottom. There is no give. First impressions is Harley turn signals, not used to them. Seating position is quite comfortable. It's got forward controls. You're quite leaned forward on it. We'll let this bike warm up a little bit before we jam into it. Yeah, 400 kilometers is already broken in. Well, almost. Now for you guys that have, if you are a Harley guy, you're gonna have to forgive my misnomers and when I misspeak here. But for those of you guys that are like on the Breakout or the even the Fat Bob, I think it is, where that air cleaner's right at your leg, this one's not as bad. I'm not hitting that big old air intake as much as I was in those on this, and I'm a little bit short. I'm only 5'8", so I don't have super long legs. Got Kevin behind me on a, what's he on, a 2012 Road Glide, I believe it is. I always get the Street Glide and the Road Glide mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's a Road Glide, the single headlight. This guy's got dual front rotors. I don't know the size of the rear tire. I'll have to put that up on the screen here, but it's quite wide, 200 at least. Lean's quite nice. Got the 114 motor in it, so balls of torque. In third gear right now, and you just roll into it quite nicely. A nice KTM there. I'm loving this thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. It rides super nice, it's super rock solid. The price is outrageous. I think it was like $27,000 Canadian. So that's probably like 21, 22 American. I love these clamp-on style handlebars. Just billet machine aluminum, looks gorgeous. The turn signals are pretty funky, a little long. They're very kind of look like the a little bit, not a whole lot, but like the FXDR 1200. Yeah, it's funny coming from the Indian onto any Harley for that matter, other than maybe like the V-Rod, which I'm going to try and test drive next. I got an older one sitting there. I run out of revs so quickly. I'm so used to 7,000, 8,000 RPM being coming from the Indian on the Scout that I'm always hitting red line on this thing. I don't even see RPM on this thing. There's no RPM. Speed, gear indicator, and odometer. But it feels very planted. It's very tight on the ground there. A lot of traction. Quite a bit of wind buffeting coming at you. Obviously with no front fairing. Up and goes. Better slow down here. We're doing 140 and it's 60 zone. That's get your car impounded or your bike. Don't want that. Unfortunately, it's got stock exhaust, so you can't really hear the exhaust note on this thing, but we'll check the audio at least. See what we're getting. Gonna turn my comms on here and talk to Kevin a little bit. Nothing like turning left across the highway on borrowed bikes. Yeah. Well, the clutch on this thing grabs so much on the bottom there. Like, you move it a little bit and it's grabbing. This is Kangaroo Road here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, this is a completely different riding style than the Indian. Like when I, second gear hitting 140, that thing, you're vibrating quite violently, and this thing is just smooth as silk. No, we're not trading in. I don't know. So same thing, like, so this is the problem I have with these bikes, or any bike for matter, versus the Indian, is like, I mean, this bike is gorgeous. The finish on it, the clamp on handlebars, all the machining on all the build loom, like it's unreal. But the Indian just, like, man, it tickles my soul, right? Yeah, but this bike feels good. Like, I feel good on the corners. Like the 114's got lots of torque. Like there, I'm doing 100 already. Yeah. No, but that's not the bike for that, right? Oh, really? Maybe you'll be upgrading. Yeah. Yeah, this got nice big mirrors. Like, I feel good on it, right? It's a little, it's not as flickable as the Indian, but I feel good on it, right? You feel planted, and that could be part of that rear wide tire. Might just have a little more effort to lean it over. But I also find myself, I'm riding this like I'm riding the Indian, right? Like, I'm keeping it in second or third, expecting to have another 5,000 RPM on hand, and I don't. And I hit rev limiter and it like jumps you. The intake on this thing is not nearly as obtrusive as the like on the Breakout or that Fat Bob. It sticks way out. This one's a little, I can get in, my knees can almost pinch the tank a bit. I would imagine a taller guy would have more problem, but and I don't have a tachometer. No. Oh, there it is. Just ask the Harley guy. I got time. Oh yeah, the Indian's faster than this. Oh, the Indian's so much faster than this. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, so this is bone stock, right? So, in all fairness. Yeah. But I mean, I'd have to be up in my RPM range to really get it, but RPM, there's RPM. Yeah, 35. Yeah, red line's at 53. Yeah, the 114s, they're nice. Yeah, that exhaust sounds good. I can smell you though. Oh yeah, I can hear the music. Yeah, you might be on the wrong bike. We did 20K. Yeah. The shift from neutral into first, did you see the fucking bike just slam in? I was like, oh. When it was at the dealership, it felt good. That mechanical clunk, that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when these bikes, these FXDRs start getting more popular and more of them in the aftermarket, and what guys are laying down for horsepower and stuff. Because this thing, I mean, it's a 114, so everything out there is already done, but the chassis is different than anything else. This feels more planted than the 114 Fat Bob I took out almost a year ago now, and I don't know, like it's just a totally different ride, totally different character. The Indian just, man, you just get on it and it goes. It's almost like a rat rod, right? Sure. Yeah, that's you right there. You feel good in the seat, eh? Right. It's definitely getting used to the big primary on the side of these Harleys. Like my legs way out. Yeah. Yeah. You get the landing gear out. Ah, you just gotta ride that rear brake. Ah, man.